Good morning, traders. It's Richard Miller here doing the Ichimoku Cloud Chart Market Review for the 4th of February 2019. Apologies, I've got a bit of a flu, so we'll see how far we'll get with this. Yes, we've had a couple of up weeks in the market. We rebounded from old cloud chart support levels of 2361, and these levels come way back from these lows here. And the turning line for the Ichimoku Cloud back in Q2 of 2017, Q1 and Q2. So that's a key support level. We then rebounded. Market then tried to get past the bottom end cloud chart resistance, broke past that, maintained 1 week price rally above it. And now the next target for this current rally is at the top end of the cloud. Yeah, so that level there, as well as that level there, and then the top end the cloud chart level there. So these are the levels to watch in the current uptrend: 2735, 2772, and if we will get to 2821, we'll see. Big negative picture is the market's looking like it's making a head and shoulders pattern. This is the right side of the shoulder, and we've still not seen the twist to the upside in the front end of the cloud. So the front end of the cloud still confirms that the outlook is somewhat bearish, and we need to see price action above the cloud to change from bearish to bullish. So we're not out the woods yet with the S&P on a weekly chart, but watch out for those upside targets. Turning to the daily, we can see how these cloud chart levels, 2772 and 2735 is the next key resistance zones, and 2821. So these are levels that the market will have to break past. Bullish outlook because price action is now above the cloud. We had a nice MACD buy signal here, the bottom in the range here. We had a secondary buy signal from the cloud chart perspective below the cloud here, and that's grinding higher to a certain extent. So watch out for these 2735 resistance zones to come through. So we'll see if the market's going to be able to break past these levels and break out further. The downside risk is if these resistance levels hold, the market will come back down and rebound like something like that. Let me see if I can annotate this. Yeah, so we'll see something like this. Let me take a drawing line. So you see something like this as possible. Yeah, and then just continue from that. So that's something that we can see in the market, basically. Okay, turning to the 4-hour chart. Here we can see we've had a nice buy signal right here at the bottom end, and then we had the secondary buy signal from the cloud chart perspective over here. So there's been 2 trades on. This we're doing particularly well. This move here from the MACD signal to here is a good 12.5% rally, 300 points, so to speak. Okay. So the 4-hour chart's still looking bullish, but we do have these resistance levels to deal with, and watching out for these 2735 resistance, the top end of the cloud, to come in. So there's downside risk for the market to pull back and rebound from that level. But nevertheless, we've had a strong rally, and the 4-hour chart remains bullish for now. All right, let's go and look at the Dow. The Dow Jones, let's go look at the weekly. So here we can see the nice little rebound also from the third quarter of 2017 low here. Let's make this. We now managed to break past the resistance at the top end of the cloud, so the next target will be 25544. The front end of the cloud is the resistance zone. We're not out the woods yet because the front end of the cloud still haven't twisted to the upside, so we're watching for that as a catalyst to see if the trend is actually changing, or is this just a short-term relief rally and an overall downtrend. If the Dow reverses lower and goes back into the cloud, that will be overall negative. If it loses support at the bottom end of the cloud, that will be really negative. So far so good. The Dow did manage to break past cloud chart resistance at the top end of the cloud. We're watching closely to see if these levels here will will be tested. 25,141 is the next key level to test, and then 25,544 is the next level to be tested. But we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up weeks. We might have a 7th, and then have a consolidation. So the consolidation risk remain in place as we get to the top end cloud chart resistance. Looking at the daily, managed to break past the cloud chart resistance. So the daily charts changed to bullish. Outlook is bullish. The front cloud is bullish. We've had a nice little trade here on both the original MACD signal, and then so we have a 10% rally in 20 days, 2,300 points basically. And then the 25,544 is a resistance zone both on the daily and weekly charts. So watching very closely to see if the market is going to get past that or reverse lower as soon as we get to that level. 4 hour. So on the 4 hour chart, not sure why all the data is not constructing, but you can see here we've had a nice little rally based on the MACD, all right through the cloud chart resistance, rebounded from top end cloud. Now we're fighting all cloud chart resistance here. So watching closely to see if it will eventually get to the 25,544. That's the current target for the Dow. But this has been a nice 10% rally so far, so good basically. Now let's turn to the Nasdaq. Nasdaq 100. It's going to go to the daily. So here I've got the Nasdaq 100. So we have a nice breakout past cloud chart resistance. The upside target at the top end of the cloud here is that 7079, just below there. That's the next key resistance zone. Front end of the cloud has twisted around, so it shows that there's a new uptrend in place on the daily, so that's very encouraging. So watching out to see if it's going to get to 7080, basically. Weekly, bottom end of the cloud is now key support zone, and now the upside target is 7079, which is this cloud chart resistance level as well as kind of old highs there, and then 7227. So that's the upside potential in the Nasdaq 100 for the time being. And then the 4 hour chart, see 7080 is a level which you can possibly touch this week, and then to see if it's going to get to that level. And 70722. So MACD buy signal had a nice little return here. And then also we had the secondary buy cloud chart buy signal there. So there's been 2 trades on the back of that. Okay. So far price actions above the cloud. Downside risk is the standard line here, the baseline, turning line, and the baseline. And the top end of the cloud, yeah. So that's the front end cloud is a key support zone. So watching to see if it will come back to retest those levels. Okay. But certainly from the S&P's point of view, watching closely this week to see if it's going to get to the 2735 and 2722 levels. Until next time, happy trading.